Good morning, Bobby. Hello.
Good morning, Gianluca. Did you read the article that Ryan wrote about us? We look really good.
Yeah, yeah. The last one, or
Yeah, I put a link to it in the on the page. I'll put it in the chat. He made us look really good. We need to take out a billboard and put it up somewhere.
okay.
How was your sailing on Sunday?
Oh, not selling because it's rained. So
It got rained
uh,
out.
yeah, rained a little bit. But when rain, we should miss the lesson. So
Okay.
okay.
Weather is so important for stuff like that. I'm sorry. It's always just not even worth doing when it's nasty out.
Okay.
So how was your weekend, Bobby? Do anything fun?
No, I sat around, got ready for Thanksgiving, went through old tablecloths, washed sheets for my everybody's coming to my house, so I had to get all the rooms ready and just it's fun, stuff. How about you? How was your band?
Good, good. This mid gig is it's like rapid fire. Every band gets like 10 minutes and then they just turn them over. So it's good. You get to meet a lot of the other bands and talk with them. And it's a good venue, this Asbury Park Brewery. It's like the perfect size for that size crowd
Yeah,
where you don't feel like it's empty, but at the same time, you don't feel like it's too crowded. And I
yep,
thought we did good. I thought we sounded well.
excellent. I'm definitely coming when the weather gets nicer. I love Asbury Park.
Yeah, next gig will be at in early February, some weekends in at Asbury Lanes.
Bowling alley?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, no, it's more of like a club than it is a bowling. They only have like three or four lanes, and but then they close them up, and it's sort of like this rock club. It's pretty cool. I'd never been in there before. Actually, the first time I ever went there was like 2 years ago or 2.5 years ago. Tech United hosted an event there with Aaron Price. And I was like, oh wow, this is a neat venue.
Awesome. Well, that's good. Everybody had a good weekend. And Ryan's on the call. Ryan, we started the call by saying the article that you just posted made us look so good. So thank you for that very nice write up. I have to say, it was wonderful.
Yeah,
So I'm
like
just
it was like actually like the efforts which you did for like the git mesh and everything. So like I wrote everything. It was all truth only. It was not
well,
to just
thank
to
you.
make up those.
It's nice to know that we helped you very much. That means a lot to us. It really
Thank you,
does.
Ryan.
So we're gonna just jump into the call today.
Mhm.
So today is November 23rd already. Wow. Lochan has an exam starting tomorrow, so he won't be joining us. That's okay. I think Gianluca and I and Peter need to sit down and look at those two architecture papers at some point when Lochet is back on the call because they were both very interesting. And I think the future is in bits and pieces of both. I don't know, but it's something that this week I'm going to look into more, read them over and try to figure out in my head how they fit in with everything. But they were well written, and I appreciate you both doing all that work. I have them right here on our Trello card. With um, an idea to spend some time this week to really, take it point by point and see how we can um, make them work for the best of AIFAQ. But that said, moving along, again, we are the call for the Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust Lab for AIFAQ. It's hosted by the Linux Foundation, so we have to abide by the code of conduct and the antitrust policy, which are here. Here is our Slack channel to talk to any of us if you want to. Um, and that's about it for the housekeeping. So the mentorship program, this is the article from Ryan. It was really nice, well written. I'm not sure. I didn't get anything I didn't check my email yet, but I didn't get anything from Min from the Linux Foundation about the end of the mentorship program. But if I do, I will share it instantly with everybody. Usually it's just a matter of me checking off some boxes to say that everybody has completed everything. I don't know, Ryan, if you are all set with getting reimbursed for your trip. And through Min in her office, if you need help with that, please reach out to either Gianluca or myself so we could help you out with that. And I really, really want to hear about your trip. We put some side time at the end of the call to hear about like what you thought about the whole experience through the mentorship program. Or obviously, you're going to be doing that at the final presentations as well. So moving along, we were working on two things, and I don't see JRAM on the call, which is really unfortunate because he has most of the information on the Snowflake connection and whether it actually got in on Thursday. I'm looking to see if he reacted. No, he did not. He said he was going to be at this meeting in his last Slack post to me, but he is not. So I'm going to keep moving. Peter and I were talking about trying to get our points across on Snowflake. So I did talk to JRay or conversed back in Slack on what we actually offer and what we will be offering, what's available and what's not. Why isn't that working? So here is the first quick card with the information about the benefits and what AIQ, and I did this a cute way, Peter. I did it so it says what Snowflake provides, but it doesn't leave us out. So it's like, here's what we provide together. But in fact, if you take AIFAQ out of that last box on the left, it's what Snowflake provides. We're just piggybacking on it on the card. So it looks like we're a part of that. But that's what they provide. And we provide the insights on your data. And they provide the strong security, the role-based access, and the enterprise-grade protections.
Can you zoom in on that so we could take a quick look?
Probably not because it's Canva. Let's see. Flip view.
Is that in the bottom right where it says 100%?
Oh, yeah, there you go. I was looking
That
in
slider.
the top.
All right, start at the top. Unlocking conversational intelligence, transforming your Snowflake into impactful insights with AIFAQ. Okay. I don't like buzzwords.
Which are your buzzwords?
And what does enhanced data utilization mean and intelligent interaction? Those are just
Enhanced data utilization means you're using your data better.
that's just marketing buzzwords. I'm not into marketing buzzwords.
Okay. And then
I would find a way. AI provides instant answers and insights from your Snowflake data. Okay. So I want to confirm we have role-based access right now.
No, well, Snowflake does. Snowflake provides these things. We will in version 2, which is my next card, which is this one. So this is what we have now. Read unstructured data directly from Snowflake stages, 100% Snowflake native, meaning that it stays in Snowflake. If that says, want me to say that differently? Coming soon, advanced multi-agent orchestration workflows, streamlined large-scale ingestion from various cloud platforms, fast setup and maximum security for seamless integration.
Okay. That looks good. And
So
that would be the back of it?
yes, yes. If we printed it out, if not, they just wanted a quick card. I don't know if they want key features or benefits, because one's benefits, one key features. Kind of separated them out.
Okay.
Again, gonna jump into the Snowflake marketplace to see if we can find where we are, but I don't without JRAM giving me the exact.
Yeah, I think he is in the call.
Pardon?
Yeah, I think I see Jeremy in the call.
Yeah,
Oh,
hi
he is in the
Bobby.
call. Oh, excellent.
But I would like to see role-based access because when we presented like a month ago, the team presented, they had that as something that they're working on for, the future that wasn't available.
It's
Uh,
available within your Snowflake platform, but it's not available per se just by AIFAQ.
No, no, when they gave the Snowflake demo, they're like, "Oh, we haven't sort of tied that
Dang.
in yet." So I would like to see a demo where one person logs in as the CEO and another person logs in as the mailroom clerk and asks the same question and gets
Different answers.
different results. Because I don't, to my knowledge, that's not what we have. So I'm reluctant to put that on because they marked that as something they were working on next. That the next thing was synchronizing the data and role-based access. They had that
So you're
as this
supplying
part.
that you don't think Snowflake has role-based access.
I don't know what Snowflake has. I believe it has role-based access. They say they do, but I don't know if we've implemented it.
Or if we could see it live.
Yeah, because they
So
made it sound
JRAM,
like that's the next thing they're working on was those two things: synchronizing data and role-based
role-based
access.
access. So JRAM, did we hear anything? Are we in the marketplace
no, we currently in it is in the review status.
still?
Still,
Yeah.
okay.
Do you think there's
I
anything we can do to like push that along?
no, I think it's already a week, so by today or tomorrow it might be live on the marketplace.
And once it is live on the marketplace, I guess it's a little premature, but how would we test it? Or like Peter had a good question yesterday. Can we go to a test company? I know it's in our intranet still. It's not on the public place until we test it and release it to the public. But is there any way we can get some test data or use a Snowflake company as an example so that we could test it in the marketplace?
I think if it is in the marketplace, I can explain it in a better way, but we need to just wait for
Okay.
into marketplace.
No, but they don't have a
Sounds
sample company like the Northwind, like Microsoft's Northwinds that they had like for the
widget
last 50
company.
years.
They
The
make
Northwind
widgets.
widget company that you could then test SQL queries against and build all kinds of apps against. It was just this fake company with data.
Well, I know they have fake data. I don't know if it's a specific company. They have free data that you can
Yeah. But it'd
grab
be
and
good if they had a company with a combination of structured and
accounting.
unstructured data.
Yeah. Sounds good. Okay, so those were the two Snowflake cards. Let's get back to the card. Um, Again, those were the two. They're there for anybody to edit. I will send them over to Tim after this call if I get rid of those marketing buzzwords on the first one and actually say what we do instead of what we want to sound like we do. And then this is the stuff that is available now, according to JRAM when he put it into Slack. So I'm not making this up. I actually got it from somewhere. My only confusion was when you said, JRAM, iceberg-based connectivity. Is iceberg like a snow park warehouse? Like what is iceberg specifically?
So here Iceberg, we can say it like another cloud storage services like for AWS, Azure, and GCP, their storage buckets, which they have the data inside their cloud. So we can connect everything. So it just similar to the snow. So I have called it as an iceberg.
It's very cute. Got it. So that's just connecting to your intranet in Snowflake.
Yeah.
Got it. Large scale. Okay. And do you know if Snowflake has role based access at this point, or is it something they're still working on?
Yes, Bobby, but in the Snowflake also there is a role-based access control, but they must do it manually everywhere. Like this employee is a marketing, and this is a developer, and he is from legal
Yeah.
team.
So they
He
get
just
this level access, this level access. Yeah. You got to manually per person, right?
yeah.
Well,
Okay.
what
Good
do you
to
mean you
know.
have to do it manually?
Each person, you have to analyze their role and assign their status on the computer system. So say you're a new
No,
hire
you have
and
to
you're a
define the
marketer.
roles that, you know,
Yeah, you're a
Enrique is an
marketer. You get marketing.
administrator, Bobby's in this group, Pete's part of this group. Yes, but once you do that, like, do you have to go in and like at that point now, if you run AIFAQ and ask it a question, is it gonna?
So if you have access-based control and you give level A to Peter, level B to Bobby, and say level B is accounting information, and Peter asks a question about how much Bobby makes, you shouldn't be able to get the answer. But if Bobby asks the question how much Bobby makes, because she is in level 2 security, she will be able to answer that. So ostensibly, if you want people who are in level 2 security to see different things, all you'd have to do is change that security access and it will update each individual person. So when you change something in the security, you don't have to go back and change each individual person's requirements. You can do it as a group, if that was your question, Peter.
Yeah, I just want to see it working because again,
Me
what
too.
what I heard the guy say when we gave the presentation a month ago is like that's what we're working on next. So that implies me whether Snowflake has it or not, it sounds like we haven't implemented it yet.
Yeah.
And so I don't
So we'll
want to
have
put
to
that
figure that
on
out.
our capabilities document if it's something that's not a capability.
In Snowflake. Okay. I'll check it out before I send it over. Actually, I'll ask Tim. He would be the one to have the
It's not Tim. It's I want to see a demo of setting this up. Because
Okay.
again, we clearly said when we presented a month ago, we do not have this capability. We are working on it.
Okay. But when on the card, when I was referring to the capability, I was referring to your role-based access in your Snowflake account would give you
No, but you're
access.
putting that on a card that says AIFAQ. That's implying that we enable role-based access.
Like I said, I put this part in here just so we weren't left out.
I'm just saying this is a presentation to show, hey, why someone should come talk to us as AIFAQ. And if it says role-based access, someone's going to say, "Oh, your product has role-based access. We don't." That doesn't fix it.
But Snowflake does provide role-based access.
No, but we're saying we integrate with Snowflake, but don't have that. Like you should say like, hey, this is what Snowflake brings. This is what we bring. This is what it provides together. If Snowflake has a feature and we have no ability to take advantage of it, it doesn't belong on this deck or it belongs in
But
the
I'm saying,
future
and correct
features.
me if I'm wrong, JRAM, if you log in to your Snowflake platform with your login, you're going to only have access to the information you have access with your Snowflake login. Isn't that role-based access?
Yes, Bobby, but for an enterprise version, it is another one. Like we can divide the roles, the members who are in the team, and they have the access to the content which they have uploaded to it.
I'm just saying it doesn't belong on here unless we can actually it's part of like it doesn't belong on our one pager if we don't deliver that. And the team said a month ago, we don't deliver that. We're working on it. This is the next thing we're working on. So that does not belong in our current
But
capabilities.
my question to you then, Peter, is if strong security and compliance belong because we're leveraging Snowflake's security and compliance, why wouldn't role-based access belong if we're leveraging
I don't
Snowflake's?
know. I don't know. You got to ask them. I'm just saying
Okay.
I'm just saying they presented and said we don't have this.
And when you mean they, you mean us.
Yeah, oh, yeah, right. The mentors, when we gave that presentation that we had the 70 something people show up, they specifically said this is what we're working on next. Role-based access and synchronizing the data.
Okay. Again, I thought we were leveraging role-based access through Snowflake, but we're
Again,
not.
you got to ask them. I don't know why
Okay.
it's something we need to work on if we can't do it.
Okay.
They clearly said it's not available. And we shouldn't assume, even if they said it's available, we shouldn't assume it is until we see it.
Okay. Fair enough. So on that card, we don't need to put the stuff that Snowflake provides because it's not their
Not
card.
unless we're taking advantage of it. Not unless we're now like Snowflake's role-based access now impacts what we're delivering.
But doesn't it, if you log into your Snowflake account and can only work with the data that you're allowed to see?
Then why would they say a month ago the next thing we're working on is role-based access?
No. AIFAQ is definitely working on role-based access.
No.
But
With Snow, no, but tying it to Snowflake. The people who gave the Snowflake presentation said the next thing we're working on is data synchronization and role-based access.
okay, I'll check on that.
I don't have an answer to how it works, why it doesn't work, when it's coming. I just know they said it wasn't available now and it's coming soon. That's what
Okay,
they're working on next.
got it.
So
And
that was a month ago. I don't know if they've got it working now or if they've worked on it at all or if they plan to get it done. But
it's available with granular permissions.
who wrote that?
JRED.
Okay, let's see it.
Can you
Show me
show
a
it,
demo.
JRED?
Show me a demo of. That's what I said at the start. Show me a demo of some person who's logged in as with role A and someone who's logged in with role
Got it.
B, and ask the same questions.
We're going to work on that for next week. We'll have your demo. Okay. So, next topic, if there's no other conversations, JRAM, do you have anything more to add to Snowflake other than we're just waiting for approval? Or comments on Peter's role-based access questions?
Currently, I don't have the demo for it, but after it gets into the marketplace, I can share it, a demo and everything I can show to him. That would be
Perfect.
like a more clear one.
Okay, we'll plan that for Monday next week.
Yeah, okay, Bob.
That'll be good because I know this week is going to be kind of crowded because of the holiday and people being
Yep.
off and on. So now we're going to talk about incubation. So I think we're ready to apply to incubation. We can only apply and then they can come back and say you still need to do A, B, or C, or let's move you to incubation. So we might as well, take a shot at it. So here's what we need. We need a repository, which we already did. I think having a lab, you're halfway there with these steps already. So we already have our GitHub repository named properly. And my problem is, and I was hoping someone could help me. So I have a page here for our incubation for all of our stuff. And I put all the information that came from the GitHub repository for moving out of incubation. But I have a problem. This link does not work for me. And before I report it, I was wondering if it's just me. So I'm going to drop this link in the chat. And I would like someone else to see if they can open this page before I report it to the people at the Linux Foundation. It's not working. Anybody?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think it's a wrong link.
Oh, okay. So I'll talk to David about that. I'll email
Yeah,
him
I
today.
think
We want to do our review requirements, but we don't know what they are because the link doesn't work. So I guess what we have to do is, create a letter to the technical steering committee requesting time on their next call.
Actually, the link is working. It is like the CSS is not working. The HTML is working. If you scroll down, uh, these are the logos. Like if you scroll down, there are the links. Below also there are some more links. There were all the links of documentation and other stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so what do we want? We want the project life cycle.
Yeah, I have shared a link in the chat, Bobby, I think.
Oh, thank you. That's it.
That's
I was trying to get this page, and I'm going to bookmark it right here so I have it. There we go. Thank you very much. So, estimated timeline. So we need to work on the roadmap, which I have, and I've been working on a little bit, but I'll have something more by tomorrow for the roadmap. The code base, that's all you, Gianluca. Maintainers, I think with Ryan and Lochan and JRAM all contributing code, that we have more than one group maintainers, which is good. Even though I'd like them all to be from the same company one day, but we'll work on that later. And then we have a great community. We have these calls. We had a 70-person meetup. We are definitely well on our way in the community aspect. I am the sponsor, so that's not a problem. Legal, I'm not really sure how you connect. I know that the Linux Foundation gives you all of these access to licenses and trademark stuff, and they do the work, the Linux Foundation. That's why it's important to get an incubation, because they start the security checks on your code. They start the licensing on the stuff, so they really are a nice little wrapper for us once we get started. So now that I have this, I am going to start with the considerations and get a request ready. Hopefully, maybe in 2 weeks we could go before the board, because I don't think Thanksgiving they're going to meet. So that would be the following Thursday. And if we push for that, by next Monday, we should have the presentation to the TAC already, so that we could just do it on Thursday, go, and hopefully move us into incubation. That would be awesome.
Okay.
So this is definitely the page I had been looking for a while. And we will work on this week to get this started. And again, I will email them after Monday's call next week to get on the schedule for Thursday, and we'll see how that goes. And I'll still tell David that this page doesn't work. But I will copy it and I will put it so everybody has it. That's not what I wanted. On our wiki page, which is this one. So the link to those incubation criteria, if anybody wants to take a look at it. And Ryan, same thing for your project. You would have to go through the same process. So just make a note of why isn't this working? Thank you. make a note of where I'm putting this link if my computer will ever listen to me again. Thank you. I'm putting it. What's going on? Sorry about my computer. It's like not really working. So right under incubation is that link on today's notes. If it worked. Up, it put it up there. Okay. Having issues with my computer today. There you go. Okay, so incubation status, we're moving along. Hopefully we'll be all done in less than 2 weeks. The mentorship again, I know that's winding down. I'm going to go look for my emails for Min to see if there's anything that I have to do this week, but I'm sure it'll all hit next week. And I don't know, J. Ram, did you get my note? People were talking about the video. It was throwing everybody off at 1 or 2 points in the video. The chatbot refers to us as AIFAQ instead of FAQ. It says AIFAQ is going to. So that was just bothering some people. So I just thought I'd mention it. If it's really easy to fix, that would be great. But everybody loves the video. It's like one of the best videos for explaining what we do, and it's precise, and I really, really enjoy it. So thank you. That's the video. Here's those cards. Again, I'll work on the marketing on the cards. Here's what is available now. Here's what's coming soon. And I kind of tried to put those in Snowflake provides and we provide kind of, but I'll work on that. And then I sent a summary of these 2 documents over for Gianluca to look at and review. And I'm sure he and I will sit sometime this week and go over that and see how it fits in. But with the holiday, I'm not sure when Gianluca, our schedules will coincide. Maybe Wednesday we can do something, but we'll talk about that. And then again, anybody who wants access to post to our LinkedIn page has more than my blessing, permission, and please do post things about AIFAQ, the mentorship program, anything that you find will boost our social awareness. And then, is there anything new code? Or one more thing before I turn it over to Gianluca. I did go to the Linux Foundation instance on our webpage. So if you want to go to AIFAQ.pro, go to Linux Foundation. I did add into the chatbot all the information in the GitHub repository for the new version of Fabric, which is coming out, which is 3.0. It's not out yet. They're just working on it. It will be the new long-term support eventually. So I put all the information in and challenging people in the community to go ask the difference between Fabric 3 and the current version of Fabric. I think it's 2.167 or something. And to see how your migration is going to be, what you have to do, ask the questions. So hopefully a lot of people, a lot of companies, we market this correctly on all the calls that we hop in on the Linux Foundation or anywhere. Say, try this, ask the questions. Hopefully we'll get some feedback. I do need to put a feedback form on here. That's what I did, a feedback form. So you try it out and then tell us what you think. So hopefully people will take advantage of that. So that link is there. Here is, again, the Founders Institute testing stuff if you know anyone who wants to test that. So I'm going to turn the call over now to Gianluca.
Yeah, just one thing. Last week I analyzed the IP address guest user. I also sent an email to Esther, but to my surprise, we can get the IP address. So I also added to if I share my screen, we can get the IP address already. And then this week I want to add this week it's an opportunity to clean the code in the offshore repository and also to add the IP address to each user. And so we can get reach our goal to have all the different users with the IP address. It's not important for logged in users, but it's important for guest user. So
And where are you getting that from? Are you figuring it out yourself or it's being passed by Esther?
no, no, from myself. In
Okay, all
the
right, good.
in
So you don't need her to change anything.
no,
And it
no.
doesn't matter whether they come from there or they
Yeah.
access the site through some other way.
Yeah, correct. You can also add the FI instance and also log it out. On the top of the chatbot, you can see your personal public IP address.
Okay. And so you're displaying that IP address right now. Um, I assume that's just for testing purposes and you're not going to
Yeah,
display it when you go live.
yeah, yeah.
What if someone is going through a VPN?
Oh, I don't know. It's just a test. So if you don't use the VPN, that's the current IP address. And it's also it's correct because if I check in the where is IP, yeah, I can also. It's not that one. Maybe here. Yeah, that's the my current. Oh, lots of yeah, that's my current place. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's close close to my place.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah, I hear it's close
I'm
my
so, I don't even want to show you where I am.
and that's also my that's my provider, so it's correct.
Okay.
So but
And then
with
if someone's on a VPN, what happens? Or do a lot of like do a
we
lot of
should test. I think we should test. At the
okay.
moment I don't know.
All right.
So the idea is to add to have all the IP address for guest users. And the question is for you, Peter. Do you think also we can use the IP address in analytics for logged in user or not? Because we can distinguish the users when they are logged in.
I mean, I don't know if you still need it or if it just makes the reporting easier so that everyone has an IP address so you can just run a query against that.
Okay.
But
So the
but
idea is to have.
again, if I'm logged in, if I log in today and then I log in tomorrow, well, I have the same IP address regardless of, and you got to test that whether I have a VPN or not, because you don't
Okay.
want it. What you don't want is if like Mac automatically provides a VPN, you don't want it to automatically distinguish me as two separate people when I log in today and I log in tomorrow. You want to identify me as the same person, and you can because you know I'm logged in.
Okay. Okay, so the idea is to have a table added in the analytics, a table and a chart when we have the number of connected users per day, per week, and per month. Is it correct?
Yeah, you sort of want to get daily, weekly, and monthly active users, an
Okay.
account.
Okay. Yeah. And active users, you mean people that connected and ask a question, or it's enough to be connected one time to the system?
Um, Ideally, if they've asked at least one question. But if that's difficult and it's just you could do it just based on login.
Okay, maybe I can start with a first version. I can share with you and Bobby and other people in the call, and maybe you can give me
And then
feedback.
I think a user activity report where each user and then what's the total number of of
Questions like.
questions they've asked, uh, both a total and then you could do another one broken out by time period.
Okay.
So by week or by month.
Okay.
So Pete asked 30 questions in October, 10 questions in November. Guest user with this IP address logged in week one, asked 2 questions. Week three asked then nothing. Week two, week three, he asked 4 questions. So you could
Okay.
create like a table or a chart or something like that.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, I'm trying with. Okay, thank you, Jerem. If you, yeah, I think with VPN we have the IP of the VPN, and so if we have, I don't know, like 10 users from the same VPN, we have the same IP address.
But if we had, I guess, the same users from the same VPN, wouldn't it be one subscription?
No, no, I don't think so.
Hey, like if I have an internet and I'm paying for AIFAQ, I want it for all my people, right?
Yeah, but you use your email, your email account. If you want, if you are a subscription or pay user, you are logged in with your account. So it's not related to IP address, to your address. We need the
Got it.
IP address just to distinguish the different guest users. If he wants to be aware about the active users per day. If we have, I don't know, like 10 guest users, we can have different session, okay, but to be more detailed, maybe the same user use the system different days with the same IP, okay?
Got it.
Okay, other. So I think it's also, yes, IP changed with the P. Yes, the standard regular behavior. And so yeah, I think this the next 2 weeks I'd like to work on the to clean the official repo for the incubation and to add the to analytics the active users using the IP address.
Sounds good.
And yeah, also I wrote you a message about Tripur because Tripur is yeah, see, sorry, but why can do with users who sign in with the Google account as these are shared with us? Yeah, if you sign in with the Google account, the system um, store in the yeah with out zero store in the system that you are logged in, and also when you ask question to the system store your user, which is the your email account, to each question, so we can get we can distinguish the different users by email.
Are they signed in?
Yeah, we can find, yeah, we cannot access to personal information because the personal information are in the Google, or you can share with out zero. But we can have the email account when the system logged in. Yeah, we already have the email account, and also a privacy policy. We have a privacy policy in our landing page.
It's definitely on our website.
Yeah, if someone asks to, yeah, we can remove to our system if someone asks. And yeah, about Tripur, I asked to if she wants to join a meeting because she's graduating in the product manager at the New York University, so she
Love to
can.
have her back. Would love to. I know she's been so busy with school, but I would love to have her
No,
back.
no, she's available. She replied to me. She's available. So we
Excellent.
should, yeah. If we share with her our availability, she is able to connect. Maybe later we can use our LinkedIn message to write to her and
Yep.
also share our availability.
Yep. We do need help with product placement.
Yeah, yeah, I think in general, some some suggestion about also theoretical, but she also is getting certification. I mean, so she has skills and suggestion about how to move forward in product roadmap, and also yeah, incubation is I think one of the best suggestion to move to incubation, but
Yeah.
also other kind of activity that we can
Well, speaking of that, I'm going to share my screen real quick. I forgot to mention this to JRAM when we were talking before. But when we were on the call with Tim, can everybody see my screen? He sent
yes.
Yes.
this over saying that when we are in the marketplace, the best thing that we could do to promote ourselves would be to apply for speaking things at their up and coming events. And he just dropped this link in to submit proposals. So, I mean, I'm just looking, he just did this last week. So this is like the first time I'm really looking at this. But JRAM, if you want to submit a talk, and try to get over to New York. I'm not sure. He said some of these are virtual. Some talks can be virtual at these events. Some of them are in person. I can always get my butt to New York. I'm trying to get Gianluca to New York sometime in the future. Peter hopefully can get to New York. He's actually a little closer than I am, maybe 20 minutes.
Oh, come on. I'm like not that much closer.
You're 20 minutes closer to New York than I'm a good hour. You're about 50 minutes by car. And that's how I travel to New York because the
Yeah,
trains
I
are
know.
ridiculous.
I avoid public transportation.
Oh God, it's a mess. But anyway, so again, you want to look over this. Maybe we could have, if you want to have a meeting and talk about what maybe we can propose. But that's the link. It's on our wiki page. If you want to look at it and talk about it, send me an email. I'm going to be reading it over, maybe try to submit something. We have a lot of time. You don't have to submit anything until February, but the sooner we get it in, the better, as far as I'm concerned, because they can come back and say, oh, we love this. We want to feature you or change this or do this. But the earlier you get in the queue in the process, the more chances you have of getting a good position on stage or place in the lineup. So that's something for both Sumana and JRIM. I didn't mean to leave Sumana out in the talks on that. But this is something that we can look into for the mentorship program, trying to get something done. I know there's something, if you're closer, it's in, I think, Germany. Where did I see Germany? Or Warsaw, Poland. So there's all other opportunities, not just New York City. So look at this, go into the Snowflake. You know, once we're in the marketplace, this is a great way to market us and get our name out there and let people see what we're doing. And so whatever support, I'm going to look into it. You know, we can do. So that would be good. Okay. That was it for me promoting the one team from Snowflake to go do stuff. And again, I'm not sure what the mentorship program. They usually have a presentation at the end to the community. And I'm hoping that coincides with our announcement that we're an incubated project, which would be nice. So we're trying to keep the timing moving on both of those things simultaneously. And then there's more conversation in the chat back to the VPN. So I'll turn it back over to you guys.
Yes, I don't know if I'll definitely look at one. Okay, okay.
Yeah, this would definitely be something they could sponsor. Absolutely. Fingers crossed, they'll agree. It's not my call
Okay.
because I'd send you right away. But so yeah, that's one thing to look into. So Ryan had something he wanted to talk about up in the chat before while we were going on the VPN stuff. Do you want to take over and talk about that stuff, Ryan?
Yeah, I was just sharing about one of the event by GitHub. It's like how we do for LFDT. Like we have a session on LFDT. There is a session handled by GitHub itself. So it is known as Open Source Friday by GitHub, on which like many popular projects like Supabase, NPM, Bun has been there. So like if we apply for AIFAQ for that, it would be great. Like
Absolutely. Do you need
because
me to do
whole
anything, or
GitHub
can
and
you just apply right now? I'll support anything you want to
yeah,
do
but
for this. That sounds great.
maintainer has to apply it. So I have shared the link. You can apply it through it. And if it is like they select some of the projects, and if the project is selected, then it would be live stream on whole Microsoft and GitHub's infrastructure.
Oh,
So
we
it would
will
be a
win.
great promotion there.
We're getting
Yeah.
in. I'm trying to see if I
Actually,
put that
like
link.
I got to know about that because like, I applied for Gitmesh and it got selected for February. Like for Gitmesh, I had that event in Feb.
Okay, so that is the. Yep, I got it. I'm going to put it on the Trello card for today, so I have the link, so that we can go back and review that. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, that would be great. That would be awesome if we could get that kind of exposure at the level that GitHub reaches. That would be amazing. So yeah, I would say go for it. If you just do open source, even if you just mention the project is AIFAQ and what it does. I know it's not about AIFAQ, but even a small plug would be great uh, on that exposure on that stage. Awesome. Thank you.
Like
All
I
right.
guess you or Gianluca has to apply on it because like they would ask for the access of maintainer. Like the person who would be having access of owner would be allowed to like share that link.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. I will check out and also apply. Yeah, just a question. Yeah. Just I need to create a new issue. Is it correct?
If like
Because
when you go on that, there is an on new issue, there is Open Source Friday guest request.
okay.
On that, they would ask for some of the questions like how far the project is, or like who is handling the project, and the link of the repos and some stuff.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Because
Good
like
call.
the Superbase CEO and like those people have also on been that platform, then it would be a great promotion for any open source project.
That would be
Okay.
awesome. All right. Anybody have anything else? Looks like we're ending 5 minutes early then. Anybody? Okay,
Oh,
I
so
am
I
around.
actually had a question for Gianluca around pricing. Did you get a chance to start going through the diagrams and put together like the pricing for the different components?
Yes, yes, I think so. Maybe you can. Yeah, I
So we
have just
understand what's sort
some.
of fixed and what's variable.
Yeah, I have some notes here.
So we could
That.
do, like, ideally, I'd like some kind of spreadsheet so you could create some kind of like calculator for prospective people.
Okay.
Because on my Friday, wait, you can do that with AI meeting. Once again, we had uh, he hadn't been on in a while, but Alan Dumaine, part of the Crypto Oracle Collective, joined us, and I asked him, "Hey, how are things going with your project? To get an AI a Crypto Mondays AI agent going?" And they're like, "Oh, we're still working on it. We're going through all the data, and we're doing this." And like they're trying to boil the ocean, and they don't even have something that literally just has an interface like what we have. It's like, yeah, we're still getting our data in order. And and they're trying to use this other guy's tool that I think I sent you, which is great, but like half the stuff doesn't work. The guy's focused on paying customers right now. He's got a bunch of government clients up in is he in Portugal? I think in Portugal, or Spain. I think it's Portugal. Um, and they're just trying to boil the ocean. And I said, I showed him AIFAQ, and I'm like, this would really work. And he's like, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll see. But I know if we went to like, he was like, he's all in for boiling the ocean. But I know if we showed this to Lou would be like, yeah, this is what we need. So I said, why don't you just get this up so you have something going quickly, and then once you get the other thing going, you could swap them out or something. But I want to understand what our costs are, so like I understand like what we should charge him, and or at least what it even if we offer it as a free pilot, like what it's going to cost out of our pocket.
Okay. Yeah, just some. Yeah, I just some notes. The AWS, the current EC instance costs about from 50 to 55 dollars per month. But I think now we have free credit. But it's I also investigating cheaper solutions. Okay, there are
What do you
some.
get for that $55 a month? That's like is it a tiered subscription plan, or like,
No, no,
hey,
it's
if you
no, it's
added, sorry, go ahead.
when you sorry when you have the EC2 instance, if the instance is up, you pay. If you switched off the instance, you should not pay. So it's related to is pay as you go. It's not a subscription.
So I get it. But is it a monthly? Is it a tier-based subscription, or is it a usage-based subscription? Where right now we're paying $55, 50 to 50. Is it based on our current activity, or if suddenly we triple the amount of like calls,
No, no,
would it cost more because we're
eh,
paying more for compute or for storage, or like you need to sort of break this down by like what are the levers
use.
controlling this so we can have like a return on a cost calculator
Mhm.
spreadsheet where we could plug things in that like, oh, this customer is going to have, you know 10 gigabyte of storage, and this one's going to have 100 gigabyte of storage, and this one's going to be doing 10 transactions, a day. This one's going to have 10,000 transactions
Okay.
a day. Um, so I need to understand what all the different
Mhm.
things that impact our costs that are fixed versus variable.
Okay. And about the API of the LLM, currently we have very small cost, and we also have a limit to $70.40 per month. So
And that's free, or that we're getting charged $17.40 a month.
no, no, it's per token. Per token, currently we are yeah we're spending like $1 per month because the usage is very low. Okay, yeah, at the moment we are paying, but that's the limit, the upper limit. But if the current user is very low, so we pay like no more $1 per month.
Okay, so that's just a per token usage. So you
Correct.
should specify the amount of tokens, and then there should be some kind of in the calculator, like, hey,
Okay.
if the average question uses, you know, 950 tokens. If you ask 10 questions, like,
Okay.
so something to help us get our heads around this. But like in general, do you sort of know off the top of your head, like what would it cost to add Lou?
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But also we have. I think
I
there
mean,
are
no, do you
some.
know?
Yeah. No. The yeah. Currently, I don't know. No, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, we have all the instances are in the same EC2 AWS EC2 instance, so it's free because in AWS free credit, so it's free at the
Well,
moment.
until we use up that credits. But so I mean, it's really $55 a month. Um, but like if you add Lou, does that increase that cost? Or if you we had, Hyperledger Academy, we had Crypto Mondays, we had, I create one for cutting edge consulting. Is it if we're all running off the same AWS and we're not multi-tenant, or we're all are we if we're all I don't know if we're all getting our own AWS accounts or they all run together.
Yeah, in the same EC2 instance at the moment, I don't think so. If we add Lua, yeah, we already have a Lua account. But it currently does not use, but until uh, users start using the system, I think we don't need other EC2 extra EC2 instance to uh, to support
Okay.
new users. So I think at the moment the just one EC2 is enough for our MVPs.
Okay. And yeah, I don't know how AWS charges if it's split out by compute versus storage.
Yeah, it's we have
If there's a fixed minimum amount that you have to pay, you pay $30 and that gets you up to X number of transactions and X amount of, you know, traffic on the network.
Yeah, it also AWS split the cost for like a service, but it's one Ubuntu, one
Because
Linux.
I thought it's storage, compute, and then
Yeah,
network bandwidth,
yeah,
amount of
correct,
network traffic. So
correct.
so we just need some kind of kitchen math here. It doesn't have to be exact to figure out like, hey, what would it cost us to add a new account of X size with X amount
Okay.
of data, X amount of users, X amount of, questions.
Well, so far in Snowflake, we're at $16.
And for what? What did we actually do? That's just our own internal
Just
testing.
testing and computing it.
Okay.
I keep an eye on it so in case one day it's at 1600. So it's still very doable at $16.
Okay. Yeah, but we can investigate cheaper solution because at the moment we do not use AWS services. We use just as like remote virtual machine, so you can move with no problem to another provider, cheaper provider in the future if we need.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just need to get a sense for us to understand what our costs are, so we figure out like what's the right way to charge. And I want
Okay.
to keep it a simple charging price of like, hey, you get X for X dollars, you get all this included, and you get setup, you get, and so I don't know if like if the charge is small, like we just say, hey, pay per month, or we pay, say, hey, just give us this and you got this for the next 6 months. I'm not sure how to charge.
Yeah, I don't know if could be how much we should charge per user split per services, and maybe per month or subscription. We should decide later.
Or usage based.
Or
I'm a fan of the subscription.
okay.
Or subscription includes a certain amount of usage up to a certain amount. Everything above that is 20 cents extra for this, 15 cents
Okay.
for this bandwidth, X amount for compute. Like, so that if there is some kind of spike or something, like we don't get crushed.
Okay. Yeah, we can also consider because at the moment we are not using AWS services, but AWS provide also scaling services where you can configure. Yeah, I want an EC2 services, but when you reach the threshold, you should, I don't know, like have another instance and add a load balancer for the extra usage and so on. So it's also that service is not free, but at the moment we are not using it. We
Okay.
can
Yeah, so
consider.
JRAM's offering to help. I just want to make sure like we're not leaving anything out. So that's what I'm saying. Put it all into some kind of spreadsheet that we can do for some kind of cost calculator.
Okay, okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah, okay.
That would be great, J-Ram, if you could help us with the.
Yeah, yeah, I know him. I know it, the calculator. Yeah, in the past I used it. Okay,
Awesome.
Okay.
okay. Thank you very much
Thank
to
you,
everyone,
everybody.
and
I'm
have a nice
excited.
week.
And Gianluca, if
All
I
right.
have any questions on the incubation stuff, you're my first phone call.
Okay, thank you very much, Bobby. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.